The NNSCRA Offline and Online Racing at its Best presents Speed World. I'm back, everyone. We are back. We are definitely back here for the return of the Castrol GTX Cup Series. It's the season 37 of the series after a year and a half break from doing this. We are back and ready to go here for season 37, race number 1. As always, the Daytona 500 of Great American Races, the 1994 NASCAR Winston Cup car set, is on pit road, ready to run here today for 30 laps of action here today at the World Center of Speed. So here's your starting line for this race. On the pole, it is Nathan Hudson, the famous STP 43 on the pole for this event here today at 190 miles an hour. He'll be alongside car 6, Seth Cole, in the Valvoline Ford. Sitting alongside, he has one of our 3 in-car cameras in today's event. Next, row number 2 has car 28, Texaco Haviland Ford. It's Keith Batson. On the inside, here alongside of him is Dylan Pote in car 22, the Maxwell House Ford. Row number 3 has Kyle Matthews in the number 25 Kodiak Chevrolet. Usually see him in the mellow yellow Pontiac. Usually see him there. Why? Well, we'll explain why here in a bit. He's alongside number 33 Alex Miller in the Skull Bandit Chevrolet, car 33. Going to row number 4, it's number 2 Dylan Young in the Miller Genuine Draft Ford, and number 10 Tide Ford of Cat Batson sitting alongside. Next row down has Zachary Fitzwater in the Pennzoil Pontiac, car number 30. He sits alongside one of the best drivers in this series at least, Jessica Shelton, the number 11 Budweiser Ford. She has our second in-car camera. And Jess also the winner of this 500 in season 31. Next row down has car number 24, Caleb Fogler in the DuPont Chevrolet. They're driving the Jeff Gordon cars this season. Sitting alongside of him will be car number 4, Eric Monaco in the Kodak Film Chevrolet. Next row down has our third in-car camera. Sits inside the car of Cole Deaver, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet, the season 35 Daytona 500 champion. He sits alongside Joshua Osborne, number 8 Ray Best's Ford. He's never won the 500 yet, but we'll see if he can do it today or not. Next row down has number 21 Quentin Moore in the Citgo Ford, and number 1 Skull Classic Ford of Trent Dunham, 2 former champions in the series. Next row down has number 26 Daniel Voiles in the Quaker State Ford, and number 5 Bill Parker in the Kellogg's Cornflakes Chevrolet. Next row down has Emmanuel Hartnett in the Finger Hut Ford, car number 98, his return to this series. He sits alongside the US Air Jasper Engine Ford, car 77. It's Laura Chung behind the wheel. Next row down has Eric Sadler in number 23, the Smokin' Joe's Ford, and sits alongside him in the Orkin Ford, car number 9. It's Ryan Brommer behind the wheel. Next row down is number 7, Paul Minnick in the Excite Batteries Ford, and number 40, Kendall Motor Oil Pontiac of Michael Turner sits alongside. Next row down is Mitchell Hodak in number 41, the Meineke Discount Muffler Chevrolet, and number 81, TIC Financial Systems Ford. It's JT Bryant making his return to this series. Next row down is Colin Cropley, the 15 Quality Care Ford, and number 17 Western Auto Chevrolet of Reggie Fogelman in that row. Next row down has Ali Liara in 16, the Family Channel Ford, and sitting alongside of her will be number 19 Carson Gum in the Hooters Ford. Next row down has Matt McIntyre in the Olive Garden Chevrolet, number 71. Olive Garden coming on board that team for this race. And sitting alongside of him will be number 18, Nathan Orman in the Interstate Batteries Chevrolet. Next row down has Destin Bowen in number 12, and he sits alongside number 90, Wyatt Quayle, one of the rookies in the field. Next row down, another rookie, Bryce Egan in the Mellow Yellow Pontiac car Ford, number 42, and sitting alongside of him will be Zach Winkle in the Factory Stores of America Ford, car 75. And starting shotgun is number 31, another rookie, Alex Hawkins in the Hardee's Chevrolet, number 31. Starting shotgun, making his return to the series as well too in the McDonald's Ford, car 27. It's Joshua Sakuli starting 38 and last on the field. So there's your field lined up for the Daytona 500 as the pace car as the field awaits for the command to fire the engines for this 37th season of the Castrol GTX Cup Series. Here's the command.
Drivers, start
Command to begin the party engine. Those are set for racing here today in the Daytona 500. Pace car leaving the field out down the off pit road. As the pace and we'll be back for the start of the race right after this. Field leading them off turn number 4. Pace car leads the field off turn number 4 as we're about to get the green flag to start season 37 of the Castrol GTX Cup Series. As the Daytona 500 is about to come to life as 38 cars get set to go for the glory here for season 37 and for the championship as the green flag flies and boogity, 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 let's go racing, boys and girls. And already Keith Batson making it 3 wide on the brake in the turn number 1, and he'll root Nathan Hudson and Seth Cole both out of the way. And it's Keith Batson going to first place. In the second position, now trying for second is Kyle Matthews in number 25. Now the reason why we said Kyle Matthews, now we said we'll give you a reason why Kyle Matthews is in the 25 instead of the 42. Usually, as he usually is in this series, for this mod. It's because this is his favorite scheme of the 1994 season. That's why he's in the Ken Schrader colors this season instead of the Kyle Petty colors as he usually is. Fitzwater trying to go for second position as Keith Batson leads the first lap of this Daytona 500. 1 lap in the books and 29 to go here as they go through turns number 1 and 2. First lap of this race tallied at 170.097 miles an hour, but don't get used to this pace. Backstretch they come here as now Quentin Moore goes to the low side, 21 to go forward. As he wants to win this Daytona 500 as well too, for sure. Daniel Boyles low side, quicker state forward, tries to go to the inside, trying to test for second position. As Batson leads him down once again to the lead lap number 2. And the second lap tallied at 197.222 miles an hour. And if they're this fast at Daytona, I'd like to see how fast they'll be at Talladega when we go there for the Winston 500. Daniel Boyles goes to the front now. Here comes Emmanuel Hartnett, the Finger Hut Ford, car number 98. And nope, here comes Elliott Sadler. Blech. Eric Sadler in car 23. I wouldn't be surprised if I do that a lot since there's a Sadler in the field, probably. Eric Sadler in 23, the Smokin' Joe's Ford, and she saw right there in the back, camel powered. Well, I don't know if it is or not, but as they come off turn number 4, as Sadler comes off the fourth turn here, and here comes Paul Minnick, and nope, here comes Michael Turner in the 40 car, looks to the low side. Michael Turner, low side, makes it 3 wide. He's got Colin Cropley behind him in number 15. Colin, a hard competitor he is for sure, and very competitive and does not like to lose. Well, he doesn't like to finish poorly, let's put it that way. But one of the guys who always wants to go for the always wants to go for the gold, and he is trying to do stuff here in this Daytona 500. And it's got a pretty good ride with that number 15 Bud Moore machine, too. The quality care car. And he and Laura Chung's going to duck to the inside. And it's Cropley going to second position now. Chung trying for third spot in the US Air Ford. As Boyles leads that lap. And that last lap for Daniel Boyles, 198.273 miles per hour. They are knocking on the door of 200 miles per hour. See if anybody's hit 200. Yep, 2 cars have hit 200 miles an hour already. And those cars being Wyatt Quayle in the 90 and Joshua Sekuli in the 27 have both hit laps over 200 miles an hour already. Probably in second position. Here comes Trent Dunham, low side, trying for third position. We all know about We all know the story about Trent Dunham and the Daytona 500 and the hardships he's had in that race since the Snickers Cup days. Through turns number 1 and 2 they come here. Talk about Joshua Sekuli starting back in that 27 machine, the McDonald's Ford. Well, he's already knocking on the door of the top 10. He was 11th the last time by. And in turn 3, he gets by both Mitchell Hodak and tries to get by him and the 12 car of Destin Bolland. And Sakuli now has found the top 10. He's right behind the 18 car of Nathan Ormond. He's got Alex Miller in the 33 behind him. Alex Miller, a former Daytona winner himself, but it came in the Pepsi 400 some seasons back. Won the season. He won his Alex Miller's Daytona win came in the Pepsi 400 a few seasons back. Did that race under caution. He'd like to win a Daytona race under green, obviously. Alex Miller would, but he's won his race quite a few times. And he's got a good ride with the number 33 Harry Gant machine. He's got Phil Parker behind him in the number 5 Kellogg's Cornflakes Chevrolet, the Terry Labonte colors. Here, Alex Miller, Kyle Matthews, or I should say Alex Miller, Phil Parker, Kyle Matthews, and Caleb Fogler leading Hendrick Motorsports in the battle this season. Trent Dunham leads the last time by. Alex Miller goes for the lead in car 33. He's got here Phil Parker behind him and Ali Liara, 16 car to the low side. Another one of the cars that started back in the back, and in the 30s, and one of the rookies there, Alex Hawkins, the 31 car, low side. He'll go for second position or third spot rather. Dips down. He's got third position, but with the help of Daytona 500, with the help of two-time Daytona 500 winner in this series, Dylan Poteet, and also the first ever champion of the Castrol GTX Cup Series as well too. Poteet won it way back in season 1. 22 Maxwell House car this season, a Pontiac. Switching manufacturers from last season. And one of the cars back in the back, that's Zach Winkle in 38 car. He's evidently lost the draft and slowing the track obviously, and so he is and he's about to get ready to get lapped here. Dylan Poteet and Seth Cole both behind him as they come off the 4th turn now. And Poteet takes the lead away from Phil Parker, as Zach Winkle will get lapped here. Kyle Matthews behind Seth Cole in number 25 machine. Zachary Fitzwater back there. Same with Dylan Young, Quentin Moore, and pole sitter Nathan Hudson in the 43 machine. On board with Cole Deaver in car number 3, the GM Goodrich Chevrolet. 4 wide. Through turns number 1 and 2, through turns number 3 and 4, Seth Cole had to back off the throttle, and a smart move by Seth. And you saw it from Cole Deaver's point of view as they were 4 wide through that area. Into turn number 1 they go. Cole Deaver running in third position right now, but don't look now, but here comes that big red number 11, Jessica Shelton. Season 31 Daytona 500 champion. And Jess and we talked about for a long time how Jessica Shelton has never won on a play track. Oh, trouble at turn number 4! Paul Minnick is involved. Kyle Matthews involved in the 25 car. There's 16 of Ali Liara. She's in the crash. And the first caution of the day coming on lap number 11 of this Daytona 500. Nathan Ormond, he's also involved in the Interstate Batteries Chevrolet. And it came to the line, Quentin Moore led him back to the start-finish line. He'll lead on this lap as we'll take a look back as to what happened in the caution number 1 to fly. As we look at the damaged-up car of Kyle Matthews. Here's the replay. Well, we talked about how 4 wide is a deadly combination. There it is right there. Dylan Pote was another car that got involved in that crash. I already saw Alex Miller. He and Zachary Fitzwater both got stuffed in the wall as well too. And some good driving by several cars there. Look at Alex Hawkins. He got a little piece of it right there, but I don't think Alex Hawkins is all that badly damaged in that blue Hardy Chevrolet. Several cars doing an excellent job missing the crash. Like I said, mainly Alex Hawkins, and Carson Gumbs, another one that did a good job missing the crash right there. There is Nathan Orman right there. He got a piece of the crash as well too. Orman mowing the grass here at Daytona. And he and several others coming in for pit stops to repair the damage on their machines. There's Ellie Liara on pit road, Paul Minnick on pit road. Yeah, Zachary Fitzwater, there he is right there. Yes, that's some big time damage on the Pennzoil Pontiac. It'll take a lot to get that car ready to go and back out of here today. And Dylan Poteet on pit road. Poteet started this race very well in the field. And whoa, he and Zachary Fitzwater just about got into each other off the pit road here as they come off pit road, trying to make a go at it here and salvage what they can. But it's Quentin Moore leading the Daytona 500. We'll be back in a moment. Just as you rejoin us, green flag is back out at Daytona International Speedway on lap number 16 here. Quentin Moore is your leader. Second is Jessica Shelton. Third is Wyatt Quayle. Fourth position is Mitchell Hodak. And fifth is Cole Deaver. Reggie Vogelman and Kyle Matthews both out of the race. They will finish 37th and 38th respectively. The 75 car of Zach Winkle is not on the lead lap. He is in 36th position right now as they come up through turns 3 and 4. As Quentin Moore and Jessica Shelton have both broken away right now as they come off turn number 4. On board, Jessica Shelton's car in number 11, looking for her second Daytona 500 win for Quentin Moore. His first. There's the rear bumper cam from Jess's car, looking right at the Texaco Haviland Ford, Keith Batson. Backstretch now as they come down the backstretch here. Nathan Hudson up behind. Here comes Dylan Young. He ducks the inside, makes it 3 wide through turns 3 and 4. As long as they don't go 4 wide again, like we saw a moment ago, with that crash that knocked Richie Vogelman and Kyle Matthews both out. And now Cole Beaver gets into it. Joshua Osborne in the 8 car gets into it as well too. Like I was getting ready to say before the wreck happened, we talked a lot about Jessica Shelton for a long time, having so much bad luck on the plate tracks where she never could win. She always seemed to finish second, but never win the plate tracks. Well, she's got both those tracks crossed off the list already. She's won the Daytona 500 in season 31. She also last season we did the series in season 36 when we did the 1992 car set. She won the Die Hard 500 at Talladega. And that was the Talladega race that, strangely enough, Jessica said she always wanted to win was the Die Hard 500 instead of the always exciting Winston 500, which she's been second in that race before as well, too. But right now, she's on the outside racetrack right there on the outside of Phil Parker and Michael Turner. Down the low side, here comes number 24, Caleb Fogler. He gets past the 26 of Daniel Voiles now. Fogler up to the 5th position right now. And he just ran his fastest lap, 200.045. Now ducks inside of both Wyatt Quayle and Cole Deaver. And Caleb Fogler would love nothing more than to take the Daytona 500. He would love nothing more to do that as well, too. All these drivers would. Tries to get past Dylan Young in that number 2 Miller Genuine Draft Ford. Last time we saw that Ford in the series, it was a Pontiac. Last time we saw the 2 car in the series, it was a Pontiac. This season switching to Ford for Penske Racing. Quentin Moore doing an excellent job holding everybody off right now. But here comes Caleb Fogler. Zach Winkle trying to shove him, and again Winkle's a lap down, but he could sure spoil the party for some of these guys now too. Just because he's a lap down doesn't mean he can't play a role in the outcome of this event right there. Off the fourth turn to come, it's the 21 on the outside, the 24 on the low side, and give it to the 24. But here comes Michael Turner, low side in that 40 car. Does he lead that lap over Fogler? No, he does not. 10 laps to go in the Daytona 500. Who's it going to be in season 37? And oh, here comes that 81 car, JT Bryant. Low side, he's got Destin Bowen, an unsponsored car in the top 5 of this 500. Boy, to win this 500, it'd be quite a thrill. And it would to win this 500, there'd be something to attract a potential sponsor. But oh no, they better let their 4 wides return for. They're not going to make it, or are they? Yes, they will. Whew. I thought for a second we were going to have another wreck off turn 4 right there, because they were 4 wide for a long time. And we saw with the wreck before that. And they are 3 wide. And they are 3 wide about 8-9 rows deep. What racing in the Daytona 500, and we are far from over from this one here. Here comes Eric Monaco. Number 4 is going to go 4 wide again through turn 3. Don't do it, guys. Oh, Lord. Monaco gets by, and like a shot out of a cannon. He was about like what, 11, 12 going in turn 3. He's now up to 4. He's now up to 3rd probably, maybe 2nd. Cat Batson behind him, trying to shove Monaco behind right by Eric Sadler in the 23 car, and he does. Mitchell Hodek up there in the 41 car. Colin Cropley gets into it in the 15 car. Can you hold your breath for 7.5 laps? Boy, nose to tail, 200 miles an hour here at Daytona International Speedway as Colin Cropley leads him off turn 4. He would love to get a Daytona 500. But not Keith Batson's got anything to say about that. And Batson, I think, led that lap over Cropley. No, he did not. Cropley led that lap over Batson. And that was thousandths of a second at the line. But imagine if that would have been the finish of this 500. But it ain't. Batson out front. Osborne. Second position now. Here comes Osborne for the lead. Cole Deaver. Where's he going to go? Now I hear a lap car ahead. It is. It's Paul Minnick in a 7 car. How much havoc is he going to wreak on these cars? He holds up Batson. Here comes Hudson, Parker, Shelton. Through turns number 1 and 2 they come here, and that's all the cars that's gonna get through here. So it's Joshua Osborne, Nathan Hudson, Phil Parker, Jessica Shelton, Wyatt Quayle, the rookie. He's in it now. Dylan Young, Caleb Fogler, Laura Chung, and the 40 car, Michael Turner, the Kendall Oil Machine. Quaker State car, Daniel Voiles. He's up there now. Also the 21 car, Quentin Moore. Five laps to go. Wyatt Quayle up there right now. Here comes Caleb Fogler in the 24 car. Goes low side, gets past Wyatt Quayle. That puts Fogler up to 6th. And here comes Hudson and Shelton. Nose and tail, they're hooked up, and they zip by Joshua Osborne. And Dylan Young says, I'm going to go with that fast crowd too. Young dips low. Osborne fights back on the high side here. Here comes Shelton on the low side again. 4 laps to go. Laura Chung trying to get herself a sniff at the draft now. Shelton low side is going to take the lead in this Daytona 500. Dylan Young is in there. Caleb Vogler. And Laura Chung's caught a sniff of the draft now in a 77 car. She's getting into it now. And so is Quentin Moore in 21. Daniel Voiles up there. Michael Turner, the 42 car. Bryce Egan, he's up there now. The rookie. One of the rookies in the field. So is Michael here. Matt McIntyre, 71 car, trying to get himself into it as well, too. Again, the 75 car not on the lead lap. 3 to go. Can Jessica Shelton hold them all for her second Daytona 500 title? Dylan Young. What's he going to do? He goes inside. Caleb Vogler stays in behind Shelton. And here comes Wyatt Quayle in the number 90 car. He's in his very first start in this series. Can he pull off an upset? Two laps to go. Dylan Young up there. Wyatt Quayle. Second position, Shelton fighting back on the outside of the racetrack now. Quentin Moore, 21 car. He goes low side. He's gonna make a 3-way. He's gonna spoil the party for Wyatt Quayle. Down the backstretch, 3 wide in a turn 3. Osborne gets into it. Bryce Egan gets into it in the number 42 car. You got 2 rookies in this mix right now. The white flags about the wave. 1 lap remaining in the Daytona. Here comes Quentin Moore to the low side. 1 lap remaining. And oh boy, you got a lap car right there too in the mix as well too. Who's that up ahead? It's Alex Miller, Liara, and Zachary Fitzwater. Quentin Moore trying to win the Daytona 500. Osborne, what's he going to do in the backstretch? Zach Winkle. Back there in third position here. Quentin Moore will lead him through turn number 4. Lap cars will not be a factor. Osborne, is he going to make a move to the inside lane? He will not do so. Quentin Moore wins the Daytona 500 for season 37. Quentin Moore driving the number 21 Citgo Ford, the Morgan Shepherd colors. Goes to victory lane and the iconic Wood Brothers machine as well too. Like we saw Harrison Burton doing the Pepsi in the Pepsi 400 this season. Here in 2024, I should say. The 21 goes to the 500 victory lane this season. Quentin Moore, and I say knowing him, he's got to be excited big time. Joshua Osborne, he comes on second position. Third will go to Michael Turner. Dylan Young, fourth, and fifth to the pole sitter, Nathan Hudson. Sixth will go to Wyatt Quayle. A tremendous day for him. Jessica Shelton comes home seventh. Eighth position will go to Bryce Egan. Ninth to Matt McIntyre. And Caleb Vogler will finish in 10th position. So average speed 163.964 miles an hour, and margin of victory of 72 thousandths of a second was the margin of victory in this event here today. What a 500 that was right there. A great racing there here today. And it's Quentin Moore, the man from Tennessee, coming out on top here. We gave you the top 10 already. 11th position goes to Phil Parker. Daniel Voiles comes home 12th. Laura Chung, 13th. 14th goes to Kat Batson. Keith Batson finishes 15th. The Batsons finish right together. 14th and 15th there today. Excuse me. Eric Monaco, 16th. Trent Dunham, 17th. Destin Boland, 18th. 19th goes to Mitchell Hodak. And 20th goes to Cole Beaver. Lap traffic kind of screwed a lot of those drivers out of a chance as well too in this Daytona 500. 21st goes to JT Bryant, Colin Cropley. 22nd, both Beaver and Cropley were right up there too, as well as Eric Sadler, who finishes 23rd, matching his car number. Carson Gunn, 24th. Emmanuel Hartnett, Joshua Sekuli, Alex Hawkins, and Nathan Orman, who was involved in that crash earlier in the bring up the only caution flag of the day. Well, he salvages a 28th out of it. Seth Cole, 29th. Dylan Pote comes home 30th. 31st goes to Ryan Brommer. Alex Miller, 32nd. Zachary Fitzwater, 33rd. And Ali Liara, the last car to finish on the lead lap in 34th position. The three cars that were involved in the crash, well, they held on to finish on the lead laps, amazingly. I thought they were going to get lapped on the final lap, as a matter of fact. But they managed to muster enough speed to do so. Zach Winkle comes home 35th. 36th goes to Paul Minnick, and the two cars out of the race were Reggie Fogelman and Kyle Matthews. Fogelman 37th, and Matthews will finish last in this event. So not a good start for the 17 and 25 machines, but it's one race down and about 30 to go for the season here for the Castrol GTX Cup Series for season 37. But it's Quentin Moore to start season 37 off with a big win here in the Daytona 500. And like I said, he's got to be thrilled to death over this one. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got inner races. We got gaming videos. We got inner offline and online series both in this video as well too. A lot of gaming videos and as well too. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA Seth Cole desires to have for his channel. Be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup Series and the Duracell Lights. Be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup Series and Seth's Duracell Ultra Light Series, his Xfinity Series. If you want in on future seasons of both those series, be sure to get with Seth and he will get you going on that. And also be sure to check out our channels from everybody else from the NNSCRA offline the NNSCRA community does, including the Weedy Coasters channel run by both Dylan Young and Kyle Matthews. If you are a roller coaster / amusement park fan and enthusiast, then you will like the Weedy Coasters channel. You will not regret checking it out as well too. So that would do here for the season 37, race 1 of the Castrol GTX Cup Series, the Daytona 500. And congratulations once again to Quentin Moore, the winner of the Daytona 500. And for now, James Qualls has been in production of the NNSCRA, celebrating offline and online racing at its best. We'll see you at race number 2 on the tour at Rockingham for the GM Goodwrench 400 here.